Well, hello and welcome to Jeremy's Yorkshire Allotment Adventures. And I know, because I've had some lovely messages from people, that people are actually sitting down and having a cuppa while they watch this, and that's absolutely fantastic. Well, as you can see, it's starting to turn into night here on the allotment, and I'm doing some pruning and some tidying up. It's really a good time to do it, because also I can keep an eye out for the slugs as well. And well, we can donate those somewhere else around the allotments, but not on my allotment. I'm just doing some pruning actually of my tomato plant, and that's a wild one. So sit back, relax and enjoy today's show. So today I'm going to look back at some of my mistakes, and it's quite funny looking back because I do make quite a few mistakes. One of the problems is, and I better put those down actually, one of the problems is that I don't have a script. I think about what I'm going to do in the shows, and then of course I talk to camera. Sometimes I forget what I'm talking about. Sometimes I get the dates wrong, and sometimes, well, things just don't go according to plan. But the first section is all about ghosts. Things that come into shot that shouldn't come into shot, or move the camera unnecessarily. Well, here's the first. I was filming down here just behind me, talking about my purple sprouts, and suddenly, well, take a look what happened. What do you think? Someone's come in from the ghostly hallows to join the show, at least to close the door afterwards, which is very nice. And the second one is that someone's walked past the camera and nudged it as I'm filming. Take a look at this. So, the second lot I'm going to look at is me just not getting dates right. And it happened the day actually, funnily enough. I was doing the show about when autumn starts. So we had the 1st of September and the 22nd and 23rd, which it will happen this year later on. The one I was talking about, of course, was the 1st of September. And that is based on the Gregorian calendar. And well, in my head, I knew it started on the 1st of September. But that's not when Pope Gregory put time backwards, or got time to stand still, should I say, really, because he moved it from the 4th of October to the 15th of October. But I didn't say that, I said this. So the 1st of September came, and the next day was, come on, the 13th. You see, it just shows you too many facts in the head. Get your tea bags ready. No. My God, how difficult can this be to film? Well, the first ones. Well, as the light begins to fade here, so I have my tomato cuttings here, and I like to, well, mash them up a bit so they don't take as long on the compost heap. But what I will be doing soon is getting my shredder out and doing a bit of shredding. Now, another way I get it completely wrong is I forget to turn the sound on, because often I do a recording with sound, and then of course I play it back and have a look, and it's at that point to turn all the sound equipment off, and then I start to record. Well, here the other day, and I won't play it all, but I did 4 minutes straight through. And here's an excerpt. Rubbish, aren't I, really? And the one I like most is one I use more often than not, is saying hello. In as many different ways as I can possibly say hello, because even one word can throw me. Hello. Hello. Sit black. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Hello. How many times do you say hello? In a different way here on the allotment. Well, it's great doing these shows, and I love all the feedback. And well, thank you to a viewer the day I got a message, and it frightened the life out of me. It said, I was just watching the video and it stopped. Oh no, I thought, something's gone wrong. But basically what it was, they'd got a cuppa and they wanted to watch the rest of the show. They wanted a longer show, and that's really, really nice of you to say. Because of course we all do love a cuppa, don't we? I do. Well, I've just had to pop to the allotment to film the end of the show. I had filmed the end of the show the other night in the dark, sat on the step, and here's the video. And well, obviously the sound wasn't on. It does happen more than you think with the sound. The batteries run out and I don't realise. I normally check straight after I've filmed and listen to it to see whether or not it's got sound. I must not have done it that night. However, thank you very much for watching Jeremy's Yorkshire Allotment Adventures. It's great again to have you all on board. It's lovely to have your comments and fantastic to have your photographs. Now before I leave tonight, interestingly, I came down to the allotment earlier just before the storm to make sure that all the guttering was on and all working properly. And I happened to glance at the floor and I thought what I saw was a huge slug. It's about 3 inches long, about the length of my finger actually, and but it wasn't a slug. And here's a photograph. Isn't it fantastic? It looks like it's got painted eyes on the top of its head and it's got a little pointed tail. Now the painted eyes obviously are to ward off anything that wants to eat it, because it does look rather vicious, doesn't it? Now what sort of caterpillar is it? I've no idea. It's huge whatever it is. So is it a moth or is it a butterfly? It's possibly going to be a moth, and it was trying to get actually to my purple sprouts, but I've covered them up at the moment with a netting to hopefully stop more cabbage whites attacking them and laying eggs and more little green caterpillars. So if you know what it is, drop me a line, let me know. I'm going to have to go onto the internet and have a look round at caterpillars for moths or butterflies. Interesting. Well, I'll see you next time here on Jeremy's Yorkshire Allotment Adventures. Thanks for watching. Ta-ra for now.